السلام عليكم. عاملين ايه؟ النهارده ان شاء الله الفلوج مختلف عن اي فلوج. النهارده الفلوج يعني قريب شويه لقلبي. من ساعه ما بدات الفلوجز لحد النهارده في سؤال دايما بيتكرر: انت مراتك فين؟ مراتك ما بتظهرش في الفلوجز ليه؟ على قد ما هو سؤال رخم خصوصا لما بيجي من الشباب، بس انا اتعودت عليه لدرجه ان في مره واحد قال لي، كتب في الكومنتس يعني: انت اعتقد ان انت مطلق وعايش مع اولادك بس. فبما ان النهارده انت معايا في الفلوج، انت ما بتظهريش في الفلوج ليه؟
First of all, your vlogs are about an Egyptian abroad. I'm not an Egyptian abroad. People enjoy your vlogs as they are, and there's nothing that I can bring to your vlogs that would make them any better, really. So there's no reason for me to be in your vlogs.
طيب النهارده كده عايزين نسألك كام سؤال على السريع. ايه الديانة اللي انت اتولدتي عليها؟ وامتى اخترت الاسلام او في سن كام؟
From birth, I didn't have a religion. My parents decided not to give me one because they are atheists, so they don't believe in anything. To the point that they don't even believe in a higher being, whether it's God or anything else. They just absolutely believe in nothing. But me, I always had a belief in something, but I wasn't quite sure what it was that I believed in. And from a young age, I believed in God. I just didn't understand who God was, and I was told stories of Christianity and other religions, and it was just all really confusing. I accepted Islam when I was 16. I just turned 16, but I was learning about Islam from the age of 14. So for 2 years I was preparing myself, so I wasn't eating non-halal foods, and I was reading and trying to learn basic things.
طيب ايه اللي خلاك تختاري الاسلام او ايه اللي خلاك تفكري اصلا في الديانة دي؟
I was in high school and there was a group of girls and I didn't know them very well, and then eventually I got to know them, and they were a group of Muslim girls, and I didn't know much about Islam. And as time went on, I became really good friends with these girls, and I remember they were all fasting. It was Ramadan, and I was offering them some crisps, and they said no, we're fasting. So I said, why are you fasting? And they explained what Ramadan was. And I remember saying, you're God. Why would he make you starve yourself? That's wrong. And they explained it to me, and they invited me to their house to eat. And over time, I became really good friends with these girls. And when I was 16, I took my Shahada. It was one of the girls that took me to the house to do it.
طب اهلك اتصرفوا ازاي لما عرفوا ان انت اسلمتي؟
Here in the West, Islam didn't have the best name, and a lot of people will associate Islam with terrorism if they have no knowledge of Islam. So you can imagine that they didn't take it very well. I had to hide it from them. From the age of 14 to 16, obviously I wasn't eating halal, so my mom actually thought I had an eating disorder because she would make food and I wouldn't eat it. It was really difficult. They did find out that I was wanting to revert to Islam, and my dad was really angry about it. So after I did revert, I never told them because I knew that they wouldn't take it very well and it would be a bad time. So as the years went on, they didn't actually know that I was a Muslim. I was practicing alone. And as the years went on, I think they slowly realized that I was a Muslim, but it's okay because I haven't changed and I'm still a good person. And I think now they just appreciate that I could have been anything. You know, I could have been a bad person, but I think they're just happy that I'm living my life.
Peaceful Muslim.
Yeah.
طب اديني مثال كده على ازاي انت قدرتي تخبي على اهلك في السنين دي كلها، يعني كنت بتعملي ايه؟
When I became Muslim, my friend, she gave me a hijab. It was a white square one, and it's like a triangle. It was awful, but I loved it. It was a gift as well. So I used to wear it. Her mum would pick me up outside the end of my street, and she would come in the car and pick me up, and I would have it in my pocket, and I would put it on in the car, and I would sleep at my friend's house. And when she brought me back the next day, I would take it off before I went onto my street, so none of the neighbors would see me and tell my mom.
Stop it. I know you'll never love again. No, it'll never be the same. I see you wanna be alone, but that won't change a thing. Times Times get hard, don't let it get you down. It's gonna get better, I'm with you. We in the struggle together, sister. You're my sister, for my sister.
في سؤال دايما بيتطرح وبشوفه دايما على النت، سؤال انا الصراحه بعتبره سؤال غبي: ازاي الاجانب يبقوا مسلمين وهما ما بيعرفوش يقروا عربي ولا بيعرفوا يتكلموا عربي؟ فازاي انت بتعملي كده؟
First of all, I am learning Arabic at university, but I'm still on level 2, so it's basic. When I pray Salah, it's in Arabic because I learned it off by heart. There is ways to learn it, but when I read the Quran and the Hadith, I have the English translations. Some translations are really good and some are not so good, but I have a really good Quran and it's translated really well.
Cool. اشمعنى الاسلام؟ يعني ايه اللي خلاك تحب الاسلام؟
The girls that introduced me to Islam were really kind and they were just such nice people. They were inviting me to their houses and I would go to their houses and there was food made because they knew I was coming. The atmosphere and the kindness, it was amazing, and I didn't have this at home. This was missing at home. So that first of all made me question, like, why are these guys so kind and so nice? And then the more I learned about Islam, these girls would teach me, they would tell me about the Quran and we would read things from the Quran and it just made sense. Everything about Islam made sense to me. It was like finally I had an answer for every question I ever had in my life.
ايه المشاكل اللي انت قابلتيها زمان كمسلمة وايه المشاكل اللي بتقابليها النهاردة كمسلمة في الغرب؟
Back then my biggest problem was my father because he lost some family in a terrorist attack in Luxor in 1997. So his ideas of Islam and Muslims wasn't very good. He just thought that they were all terrorists and they were all bad people. My mum and dad were really difficult and it caused a lot of problems. There was a lot of arguments. But once time passed and we fixed our relationships, the biggest problem is society. Going outside is difficult, wearing hijab, sometimes people will take a second glance at you. That's really difficult, and there have been lots of times when I've been outside and people have said things to me or comments. It's just not nice. I get really embarrassed anyway, and I am really shy. So when people are talking about me in public, I want to cry. It's really embarrassing and I do get scared. I get scared to go places if I know that it's not going to have a lot of Muslims there or I'm going to be the only Muslim there. I try to avoid going to certain places, which is why I enjoy Egypt so much because I don't feel...
You feel home.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the same as everyone.
طيب أخيرا في حاجة حابة تقوليها للناس مثلا قبل ما نقفل الفيديو ده؟
I was brought to Islam because of people's kindness and even now people's kindness, it's amazing and it reminds you of the beauty of Islam and what Islam is all about. So everybody needs to just remember that. You should show them how beautiful Islam is and you should be kind to everyone because you just don't know. You don't know what that person's thinking. Maybe they're scared, maybe like my family, the only thing they know about Islam is what the media tells them. So continue to be kind to people and spread Islam with peace and love, and kind of just also say that everybody needs to stop asking where I am for your vlogs. I'm here, I'm on the other side of the camera, I do exist, but I do not want to be in your vlogs and I'm really struggling to talk to you today knowing that you're videoing me and this will be the last time.
100 وبكده أكون النهاردة يعني دخلتكم في جزء معين من حياتي. من أكتر القصص اللي شدتني للزواج من بريطانية مسلمة كان فكرة إن قد إيه هم بيعانوا في البلد دي وقد إيه هم الموضوع مش بالنسبة لهم سهل. إحنا اتولدنا ما اخترناش الإسلام وما اخترناش البلد اللي إحنا عايشين فيها. اتولدنا كبرنا على أساس إن أبهاتنا وأمهاتنا مسلمين، لكن هم اختاروا الحاجة دي. هم بحثوا، هم دوروا، هم قابلوا مصاعب إحنا ما قابلناش خالص. فمش عارف، أي حد بشوفه كده بكن ليه كل الاحترام يعني. بس كده، يا رب النهاردة يكون الفلوج عجبكم، واشوفكم إن شاء الله الفلوج الجاي. السلام عليكم.
Times get hard, don't let it get you down. It's it's gonna get better. I'm with ya. We in this struggle together, sister. You're my sister, for my sister. He ripped the scarf off and called her ugly. She cried out, don't you touch me. He said, you Arab monkey, go back to your terror country. He slapped her and started cussing. He laughed, but it wasn't funny, cause Dino was scarfed for nothing. It's disgusting that at this tender age she got to feel this pain. Don't got no self-esteem, don't know that she a queen. But you are the star to the crest of the heart, and the essence of what we are, cause you harvest the blessings of every God-given message.
الوردة اللي كانت بصة للشمس دلوقتي مالت، وانا جيت اسقيها لك ما تحكيليش انا عارف مالك. لما حياتك اتشالت على ظهر حملك والمنحمل شال وتعب، فتهت لما لقيت الطرق والرئيسي